Hi everyone, this is my 2020 Christmas display. Got a couple of new items there. I've got that rope light deer, sort of like it's a neon rope light, and I've also got the Merry Christmas sign there. Both of those are 36 volts. The deer is actually a polarity reversing one, so I've just run it on single polarity 36 volts and just put up with it running every second LED. It looks fine like that. If I could be bothered, I could switch it onto a different controller. It's just switched over to the lasers. You can see I've got lasers pointing there onto the work van. Also got a couple of lasers up in the pole pointing down there, and I've got some elsewhere in the yard as well. So speaking of the pole, that's the mesh I made up. It's just plastic mesh, 500mm mesh, curled around the pole. It's got 4 lots of 25 pixels on it, so 100 pixels there. Got some of the old Big W strings shown on those ones, on those trees there. I've got some 60 LEDs per metre LED strips. That's just dumb strip above the garage doors. And up there is some 31 volt, or actually some of those are 36 volt lights up there now with the stars, and the candy cane up there. So on top of the pole there's driven from DC controllers. This year I made up some more wooden Christmas trees for something a little bit different. Looks a little bit weird on camera, looks very spotty there, but there's some little DC RGB spotlights. I've just got them set to green, so it looks okay. And they've got the big holly leaf motifs. They're all 31 volts, I think those ones are. Most of that sort of stuff's going to 36 volt now. And on the house, I've got the on the roof there, I've got more stars and the chimney Santa. And there's the other reindeer there. Down the front, I've got, let's just go back onto the lasers again. So I've just got some net lights there, which I've just got the red and green channels there. Again, lasers up in the trees, and it's just changed over again. I've got the tent tube lights, which I made a few years ago. These ones have now got like NeoPixel style rings inside each one. It's a bit hard to see, it's going to be too bright. Oh, you can just see it there. So they're all pixel based. There's 12 pixels per tube. I've just got some more strings on the fence. There's candy canes there, which are again DC, so I'm going to try and pixelize those for 2021. Same with the large candy canes. Also got some DC bells on the side fence there. So there's a bit of stuff I didn't get around to putting up this year. I just sort of ran out of time. Moving up towards the house again. The big new addition this year is the Coro presents. They're Boscoyo presents. I got them from Troy at ELD in Australia. There's my pixel balls there. They've got some simple modules inside them. There were previously solid lights from the reject shop. They're only $2 per light, so you strip the original solar light out of those and put a little WS2811 style modules in there. They've got half a dozen LEDs each, and they run from 12 volts, so they work quite well. It's a very cheap mod to make. So lasers come back on. So I've got a whole bunch of these lasers. They're just cheap disco lasers that I've put inside these plastic boxes with a glass lens done into it, so it can rain all over these, doesn't worry them at all. So there's my little mini Dalek trees there. The door wreath is new. That's just a regular wreath, and I've gone and put miniature pixels on that. And those trees, that's just a couple of pop-up trees with regular style LEDs that came with them there. So a lot of this stuff was driven from ES Pixel style receivers, or controllers I should say. So there's one there, there's one hiding down there. Oh, it's too dark to see that. Those trees have also got some meteor type lights in them. So again, want to pixelize that for next year, make that look a little bit better. But yeah, my display has got a mixture of pixels, as you can see there, and more traditional type lights with the motifs and things like that. So overall, I think it doesn't look too bad. So I definitely want to pixelize some things, maybe replace those stars up the top with pixel stars, and so we can have them go along with the rest of the RGB effects. So for the whole house stuff. But kids often like other stuff too, like the Santa up there. That's always very popular with kids. I love seeing that sort of stuff. So that's my display. The controller for the lights in the tree, including the DC control of those lasers up there. I don't know if when the lights come on you'll be able to see. You can just see the controller box. Let's see if I can brighten it up a bit. Yeah, you can just see the controller box up there. That's a CG1500 box with some DC-DC converters to drop the 24 volts down to 5 volts for these tint tubes, and it's also got a 12 volt feed coming into it that runs the lasers via a little pixel to DC board that I've got. And there's a similar sort of box, a CG1000 box with the Neos pixel stick over on the light pole, and that just runs that. So all up I've got, as I've just tacked things on during the season, I've actually got 5 EOS pixel stick units now running that. So and they've actually been really good, very reliable. So I just got to neaten that up a bit for next year and go from there. But overall, it's all worked really well, no failures at all. Thanks for watching.